And thanks for being with us at 6 tonight. A memorial growing outside that Sacramento County church. That's where the father shot and killed his 3 daughters during a supervised visit on Monday. A church leader who chaperoned that visit was also killed.
The community is mourning the loss of all of those victims, including those 3 sisters. Giovanna Venegas shared this picture of Samia, Samantha, and Samara, who were all killed by their father, David Mora Rojas. Today would have been Samantha's 11th birthday. And tonight we're learning more about that shooting and the background of what led up to that horrific violence.
Sources telling NBC News that the weapon used by Mora was an AR-15 style rifle, which had a large capacity magazine. According to court documents, Mora's ex-girlfriend filed the restraining order after he became aggressive and threatened suicide. Police referred him for a week-long psychiatric hold, and his ex-girlfriend and their 3 daughters then moved out. Well, a memorial continues to grow outside that Sacramento County church where Mora killed his 3 daughters and their chaperone before turning the gun on himself.
There were candles, stuffed animals, even birthday balloons, because again, 10-year-old Samantha Mora Gutierrez would have turned 11 years old today. Her sister Samara was 9 and Samia was 13. They were killed 2 days ago, along with 59-year-old Nathaniel Kong, a family friend and a church leader at the church in Sacramento. People stopped by that church today to pay their respects, including Assemblyman Ken Cooley.
The tragedy that unfolded here 2 days ago is just enormous. It's bigger than any one heart can bear. We think of Mom and her loss. So it's really fitting to have a community response.
Those girls went to school in the Natomas district, and friends of Kong say he lived a life of sacrifice and service. This shooting is raising awareness about domestic violence situations and a lack of resources for both mothers and fathers.
KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz spoke to a couple of organizations and some men who shared their experience about seeking help.
It's hard and it's tough and it's difficult, and at times you feel stepped on.
Last year, James Silveira found himself in what he describes a dark place when he had to go through the court system to see his child. A reality that Brandon Jackson also experienced years ago.
When that court order was put in place, she would cry just because she didn't know who I was.
Wanting to be a part of his daughter's life is what motivated him to seek assistance from the Center for Fathers and Families in Sacramento.
They actually helped me to get my certificates and all that to prove to the judge that, look, I am a father who really truly wants to be a part of his child's life, you know.
Terry Moore says that the high number of absent dads is due to few services like theirs.
Being a mother and being a woman is more popular. You know, it's not popular to be a dad.
In the U.S., fathers are granted custody 18% of the time.
I totally understand that negative energy going to somewhere where you've given your all for a child, and then that child's stripped from you. And now you're going to supervise visits after you've been providing for years and years.
But Terry says that co-parenting doesn't have to be difficult if the resources are there.
We want men to take leadership in their lives, and we want them to be examples and pillars and nurture their children, even though the mom's not there.
However, when it comes to legal fees and assistance, some say it's a difficult system to navigate.
There's a huge justice gap, access to justice gap, language gap, resource gap.
Which is why Fathers Do Matter was created. They're hoping the legal aid can help other men get the assistance they need, ranging from mental health services to the court system.
We're hoping at our workshops that we can help them do the simple, just get your stuff filed. That is a hurdle within itself. Getting the copies you needed assembled in a way that the court will accept it.
In Sacramento, Maricela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
Well, Tuesday night, the city of Sacramento made a request to increase city outreach for available domestic violence services in response to the tragic shooting. They've been offering assistance and pushing that throughout the pandemic.
We've allocated over $4 million from our COVID relief dollars and general fund dollars because we knew at the beginning of the pandemic that domestic violence was not only an issue that was prevalent in our city, but that would expand. And so we've been able to support organizations like the Sacramento Family Justice Center, My Sister's House, St. John's, Weave, and City of Refuge.
Well, Councilmember Guerra adds that while domestic violence exists among every demographic, communities of color tend to lack access to resources.